So I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. When speaking, please come to the podium, state your name, address, and speak loudly and clearly. Thank you. Item number 1 is approval of the agenda.
Move approval.
I'll second that. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Passes 2-0. Item number 2, approval of the meeting minutes from July 29th, 2025, and I'll move that.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, passes 2-0. Item number 3 on the agenda is approval of claims, and I would call on Shane Albrecht from Baker Group to give us an overview, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This time there's 3 bills. First bill is from Greenwood Consulting LLC. And for everybody, that's Bob Veenstra, our civil expert that we have. He came up and made a visit, so he has a bill for $812.50. Another is a bill from CW Suter, and that's for the $13,994. And those are the parts for air handler 1 and 3 that we approved last time. They've already arrived. And the final one is a bill from Baker Group for $10,710.70. Grand total of the claims this time is $25,517.20. Any questions?
Shane, I just want to clarify, so is the Baker Group invoice for the month of or for the week of?
2 weeks.
2 weeks in?
The Baker Group invoice is for the first 2 weeks in the month of July.
Of July.
Yes.
So you haven't done your 3rd and 4th weeks yet?
The 3rd and 4th weeks, because we bill every 2 weeks, are coming. They'll be on the next
Okay.
one.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions?
No.
I move that we approve the claims.
Second?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Passes 2-0. Item number 4, a financial report, and Shane Albrecht from Baker Group will provide that for us today.
Thank you again. As you see, we had $9,576.31 in revenue. We had the expenses last time, so our ending balance is $3,236,082.97 in our taxable bond fund. Our miscellaneous fund had some bills come out of it, so it's down to just under $700,000. So it's $698,876.05. And we received a little bit of interest in our maintenance fund, so that balance is now $1,628,330.90. Any questions on any of that stuff? If we go to the next page, kind of tells you the bills kind of tells you where the bills are that I just talked about. You see up top, it shows you your 2 revenues added together, so we got just a little bit over $11,174.93. Last time, out of the taxable bonds, we paid Baker Group $31,336.10. Thompson was $5,250. Miscellaneous fund, there was another Baker Group bill for $1,305, and then the Frederickson bill for a grand total of $24,958.57. Any questions on that?
So we have all of our people that we owe money for, Baker Group and Jody, they're all current.
Yeah, right now, we have 2 bills that got missed that will be brought on the next one, but everybody's fairly current, Dan. We got a $928 bill for Suter, another $13,000 that got missed in that May debacle.
Okay.
We got that all fixed yesterday, and we got that submitted yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Shane, on the financial report. Item number 5, discussion and action on quote from CW Suter for PR 55R2. And again, I'd call on Shane Albrecht, please.
All right, so basically, PR 55R2 is some of the last things that we need. So needed on the job, it's the last PR. So there's an added supply diffuser that will be installed in the evidence room. That's the first thing. Then we're gonna change a whole bunch of airflows. I think they changed it on almost 64 terminals. There's heat point setting changes. So Corey and Introbo worked together on this, and we had too low of minimums to heat the space properly. So we've got those numbers all ramped up to get our spaces so we don't have some of the cold issues that we had. Fall, this is finally the PR that's fixing that. There's a whole new control sequence for air handler 3 that's in this quote. This control sequence, as we've talked, will actually not use the energy recovery wheel anymore. We shut that side of it off. So they've got that sequence. The total of this, I'm sorry, I missed the CO2 sensors. There's 3 CO2 sensors that are added to the courtrooms. And there was a couple water side changes on the manual balancing valves. Grand total of this is, Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry. I have a document I would like to ask to submit into the record, please.
Okay, I move that we submit the document into the record.
Second?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 2-0.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
So, the total of this didn't change. What did change from the document that's in your packet is we went back to Suter and got a breakdown of some of their things. And we talked with them. This number was higher than what I estimated it would be and what Corey estimated it would be. So we wanted to see what it was. And they were concerned about programming for AHU 3 was worth quite a bit more money than what any of us thought it should be. So we all agreed that we would do this on a time and material basis with a not to exceed the $41,760. So the only difference from what's in the packet to what you have, what I just asked you to take, is it's now a cost not to exceed, and we're gonna do it on a T&M basis.
You're
Okay.
quite apart on
What?
on the numbers. Were you pretty far apart?
What our
What's your
estimate
what
was,
your estimate
so
was?
our estimate was this would be in the $25,000 to $30,000 range.
Okay,
So not $11,000 is still $11,000,
Right.
so.
okay.
And that
Thank
is
you.
a not to exceed, so I think their thought is, they don't know exactly what they'll need to do until they get in, so we went back and said, can you do it hourly, and then give us that as a not to exceed, so we'll see where we end up
They,
at the end.
they thought the changes in programming for Air Handler 3 would take about 140 hours. And working with Corey, because he picked a canned program that should have come, we didn't think there would be that many hours. But I guess we'll find out.
Okay, thank you.
So again, the total is not to exceed $41,760.
Right. Any other questions?
None? I'll move approval.
I will second the approval. All in favor, aye? Aye. Passes 2-0. Thank you. Item number 6 on the agenda today is discussion and action on quote from Cornerstone Commissioning for added scope because of changes to AHU 1 and 3. And again, I would call on Shane Albrecht, please.
Yes. So before you have a proposal, so this is broken out for testing the new sequences for the kitchen makeup air unit, the 3 CO2 sensors in the courtrooms, the additions of exhaust fans 13 and 14, as well as testing the new sequences for AHU 3 and verifying all these airflow changes. The cost of this is $7,000. So it would bring their total cost of their commissioning piece of this to $39,450. We previously have approved the $32,450. So this is just a $7,000 add. And for everybody's knowledge, in case you don't remember, this is all being paid for out of the maintenance fund So I also would ask, when you do approve this $7,000, that you then also approve paying for it out of the maintenance fund as well.
Any questions?
None?
I make a motion that we approve item number 6 on the agenda and that it is removed from the maintenance fund.
Second?
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 2-0. Item number 7, information and updates on the LEC project. And again, I call on Shane Albrecht from Baker Group, please.
So we had some really good news for everybody here. One of the 4 items for final completion, the repainting of the fence and adjusting of the fence. Kenny and I were out to the LEC today, and we were able to approve that. It's actually done. It's complete. So that's a good thing. Testing and balancing, which is one of the other items on there. Tomorrow, Murphy will be here to insulate the ductwork that was modified. And with that said, then we'll be down to just rebalancing. And they're scheduled right now, September 8th and 9th, to come back and rebalance those fans, and that will have testing and balancing done on the list. Dan Heisel with County Conservation has been out and mowed, and we're gonna get, we got pictures and all the stuff to Bob Veenstra so that he can write his expert report on basically the seeding and rutting. Those are the 4 items that are out for final completion. So we have one of them now checked off, so now we're down to 3. We have be done with testing and balancing by September 10th. So that's the first time we've had good movement there as well. And then waiting for the report on the seeding and rutting. Kenny, can you come up to the podium, please? Other updates, they've been out, so they came out to the jail administration windows, and Kenny was with them on August 6th when they did that. Kenny, do you want to give a quick update on what went on the 6th, please?
Sure, I met with Hausman and the Centria representative. Shane said on August 6th, we reviewed the windows together. There seemed to be a little bit of a discrepancy in what the specifications might have called for versus what the installation specifications may have looked like. The Centria rep had on his phone a spec that indicated some additional hand information that may have been included when the windows and or panels were actually installed, which differed from the design schematic specifications that we had. It was difficult. One person had one set of specs on his phone, the other one had another set of specs on his phone, so I really wasn't able to compare the 2 side by side or view them as a document. So I really can't say what the actual differences were, but they did speak to those. The Centria representative did say that this being a CMU wall where these windows were installed would make a difference on the installation specification. And so he did have some comments about that. One of the people that were with him noticed that there were some gaps in the actual seal or gasket of the window glass themselves. This would be the gasket between the glass and the actual frame of the window. There were small gaps, indicated that they checked those and there was a little bit of air coming through those. They commented that most of the air problem had probably been fixed with the previous caulking that Hausman and the rep did, or whoever had Hausman do this, whoever had Hausman whoever Hausman had do the caulking. Previously, that we stated was probably not going to be acceptable. So I don't know why, but the people that were there had a caulking gun with them and proceeded to, instead of repair the seals on the window as you normally would, they decided that they were going to pump caulking into those gaps, which is something I would never recommend doing. I didn't say anything, I just took pictures and watched them do it, and then reported it. When they were through, Hausman asked me, what my thoughts were, and my only reply was that I was going to need to see, when we were complete, I was going to need to see a report from Centria on the findings of that day. And I also needed a picture of the caulking that they were putting in between the glass and the frame. And just reported from there. I had no other comments.
Okay.
Shane, you've talked to Kevin about that.
Yes.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah, so I've talked to Kevin Ross with GGA about that. He's gonna reach out to his local Centria rep in Missouri down there, kind of get, if that's a standard practice, kind of talk through that whole piece. He's also going to reach out to see if he can get this detail that seems to be different than the details that he's looked at, that they submitted with their shop drawings. We did look in the as-built folder today when Kenny was down in his office, and there's no as-built drawings for this. The only care and maintenance instructions that were submitted are clear back from when Lisa Lawver was here, which she was gone by January of 22. So that's what I've got to say on that. So Kevin is working on that. Kenny, of the 47 warranty items that Caleb's been scheduling a little of those with you, correct?
Yes.
You would, well, where do you feel you are with that? Still over 30 left to do?
Yeah, we have 11 of the 47 complete.
Okay.
At least 3 or 4 of those scheduled for yet this week.
Okay, thank you. I don't have a lot of other updates other than this Friday. Terracon will be here on site to do the cores in the north parking lot and the south parking lot to get that information to Bob Veenstra as well for his report. Air handler 2, they did get the airflow monitoring stations installed on the return and the supply. And we asked them to get started on air handler 1 so we can get this moving and not have to be waiting as long. So I expect they will have a number to Ron yet today on what that'll cost for air handler 1. Anything else, Kenny, I'm missing?
Yeah, I just had this is an offside of what we were speaking to earlier, but, and I apologize for not speaking about this earlier, Shane. It just dawned on me. Murphy Insulation is coming to finish EF13 and EF14 insulating of the ductwork. And as soon as we get the balancing done, that part of that PR54R would be done. I just realized today that I'm not going to say what party might have missed it, but I think we've missed something that we may need to add, and I'm not certain of it. I
Okay.
haven't reached out to anyone yet. That's why I didn't mention it. I didn't have time to reach out to you, but I think we need to add lighting protection on both of those units, which we don't have.
Gotcha. Good call, good call.
Yep,
Thanks.
without a doubt. Okay.
I don't have anything
All
else.
right, any questions for Shane?
No.
All right, we'll move on to item number 8, public concerns. Seeing none. Item number 9, authority board member concerns.
Nothing further.
Hearing none. Item number 10 is joint closed session with Frederickson and Byron Law Firm and Woodbury County Board of Supervisors under Iowa Code Chapter 21.51C, and I move that we go into closed session.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Wick,
Aye.
Moore,
Aye.
Nelson absent.
Okay, we're in closed session.